Hello and welcome back, my wonderful tome readers. Welcome for the first time for anyone who might be finding me on YouTube or just, tuning in. I am Lucy the Ferris with the Morningstar Archive. Today's Art of Minecraft, the first hour, we can be working on tentacle designs because as longtime watchers, especially for the art streams, may know, I've been struggling to get the look for the tentacle beard thing for my alternative illithids. For those of you unfamiliar, these would also be the Mind Flayers, especially if you played Baldur's Gate. Or I guess Davy Jones from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, kinda. He's not illithid, but they kind of look like him. The full-on bearded tentacles. They're usually longer shape, and I've just been struggling with how to recreate it. This is the closest I've found. Just really tight, curly hair. And trying to replicate it has had mixed results, as you can see. So today we're just going to try and experiment and try and recreate some of these and see if that can perhaps help me figure out how to do it. Just as a quick check, do I have one of the other attempts? No. Well, I have this very loose sketch one, which is good, but I need to get better at making those look more like, actual tentacles curled up on the face rather than just a very thick beard. Because I am trying to get a beard look like the ancient Grecian statues of beards, but I do need at least a little bit of tentacle design in there. So we'll try this. So right now I'm working with something. Ooh, no, that's too much. Too much jitter. Okay, let's reduce the jitter by a lot. Okay, that's still too much. Okay, how about we just don't have jitter? Because I do have some spacing, which is set at 20 spacing right now. And that does give a much better, tube shape to it, in my opinion. Using this particular stamp is just to get draw some more inspiration, but also help me feel a little better about it not being the exact same. Let's see, increase opacity. Now this is coming into dark, which is weird because I'm doing normal. Why is it only doing black but not? I know this brush has worked before. What is going on? Okay, well, it's not working, so let's try that. If we're doing that, we should reduce the spacing. Good. Looks a bit more. I know it's not an ashworm, but it makes me think a ringworm for some reason, so we won't do that. What about. Ooh, not that big, though. Not that big. How about. Okay, it's certainly smoothed out a bit more. If we go over it with the smudge, perhaps? It does kind of soften it. Oh, wait, and what if we come around the other side with a smooth one? Does that kind of help appearance of being a tentacle? That's the suckers a bit? That's not perfect, but I think it's an effect we can do, yeah. Excuse me. Okay, I know that works now. What other brushes can we possibly use? That. Oh no, that's got a lot more space. Reduce that by a lot. There we go. But no, not this. What confetti? How about a normal brush? By which I mean I have a select amount of brushes added in to replicate real world brush strokes. It's good, but not that one. Ooh, how about that one? Yeah. There we go, because then that keeps the little feeler looking things on the same overall side. I think it needs to be bigger though. Let's try that at 40. Okay. Alright, now let's try and replicate this one we got. Goes like this. Probably even just... Not bad. How about... like here? The real issue is I'm not sure... I'm not sure how to have... Sorry, how to use the dynamic pressure affecting size, because I don't have a tablet. It's supposed to work even if I'm using a mouse, but it's not. So I guess we can't do that. I can set it to random color, but I don't think that's going to help us here. Tilt angle? Does that affect anything, really? No, although... Is it clicked on? Yeah, it's clicked on. I'll just... Oh. Did not know pen generic was actually different than actual... Oh, it kind of changes the direction it's going each time. That might actually help with one of these other styles. Let's see. What if the star... No. Let's see. Chalk. I think this is chalk. I need bigger size to make it visible. It's not. No. That's being too different. That, I don't know. So if I do this... I'm not sure what's causing this to change size. Is that in the settings? Maybe it'd be easier if I turn this to multiply. Because if you do something to multiply, it's actually a trick I use for some of the things I do. A lot more easy to see their effect on each other. So if I'm going faster, it does get smaller, but slowing down makes it bigger. Okay. Let's try with this. Or actually in reverse, maybe. Oh, did that wrong. It's there, then big loop. Okay. God, getting used to that effect is going to be the death of me. Okay, maybe this... I think I'm getting a little used to it, but the actual size changing effect... Okay. No, the acrylic, no. It's kind of looking like watercolor, which actually that might... I'm actually going over it twice. Yeah, that might be how I do it. Let me try this again. Alright, so we'll start doing it the down way. Up like this. That's kind of given the layer effect I'm trying to get anyway with the overlap. It's a bit too watercolory, but I mean, there are ways to fix that. So we go over here, kind of like smoothing effect. Is this smoother or is that the... No, that's the smudge. Let's let's undo that. Here we go. It's even less effect with that. Dodge burn. What does that do? This is the real way for art, at least in my mind. You sometimes have to experiment with things a dozen different ways, and sometimes you have to go back to the first thing that you didn't even think was correct. Using the smudge does kind of help smooth out the wrinkles and overlaps. Alright, what if we go back again? Because we are still in multiply mode. Oh no. I think we have to do darker colors over each other. That's the only way to get multiply to work. But doing the colors over each other helps us get the what's over what. Like, what's the, say the darker color is the darker side here, and the lighter is the suction cuppy one. Okay. I think I'm figuring out. Okay. So let's try this again. We'll start with the light blue. Let's do this one now. Start. No overlaps. Nope, went too fast there. Alright, then we go to the slightly darker one. That, and then once more with here. Okay, and then smudge. Alright, I think I can replicate this on purpose now. Okay. Let's try on a smaller scale. I think that very light blue, it's not helping us. Maybe we do that coming back as another pass for highlights or for the actual suckers. Okay. I think I'm getting the use of this. Apply. Let's bring this to an even 50 opacity. And I have just a page of references of like curled up tentacles on a web page, and that's what I'll use for actual doing like the curls of beard inspiration. I mean, this was pretty much just for we'll do one more practice one actually. Let's do this one because that's a little weird. I don't think we'll even use that in the beard, but sometimes practice about doing warm-ups of motions you're never going to actually use. So again, we're going to start here. Do that. Probably a bit too curvy, but whatever. Go back. Okay, and then with the darker color again. And then for this one, with how wide we got some of these parts, we need to increase the size of this brush. That actually does not help so much here. What if we instead go through with an erasing? Not with this this particular font, perhaps. Okay, that one right there. Make this more of a point. So we can remember what was on top, because that'll be easily hidden when we go back. Oh, the size will default back down to small. Okay, as soon as we go through with a smudge, it'll be fixed again. Yeah, see, practicing stuff like this is why so many, air quotes, AI artists fail. And I mean for actually making real art instead of relying on a machine for it. For every artwork, every like professional artwork you see by an artist, there is so much more you don't. That you do not see at all because it's hidden away in sketchbooks that they do not think is good enough to see the light of day. It takes a lot of working on absolute crap to make something good. And it goes not just for digital art, but also work in notebooks or journals. It's like the fucking the artists back in school that seem to just fill in the margins of every piece of homework they worked on with doodles and sketches and things that will not be saved. They'll toss it out when they toss out the homework itself. But all of those are just the little steps that add up to actually something worth showing. It's like you may think, like, museums are full of so many, like, still lifes or statues of real people, and it's like, the reasons so many of those survived and not, like, truly incredible sunsets or what have you, it's because, I mean, if you're reliant on a patron for your income, you got to do what makes them happy. And if any other money is going to materials to, practice shading and such, or getting like texture via like normal paint, not even like oil-based paint, practicing the appearance of texture with acrylics or watercolor, it's going to take a lot of materials, and you got to justify it by saying, no, this is not just a still life. This is a kind of metaphor for the fragility of life, or the desire for food and all that other bullshit. Because it's a lot easier to bullshit to a patron than actually make everything have meaning. Which is the problem some people have. Not everything is going to have meaning, and it's fine. Oh, that's not the right brush. Where is it? Okay, I accidentally clicked. Okay. If we do this and get the darker color, another pass. No. There you go. Then go through with smoothing. Alright. I'm going to erase. Alright, now with this, we're going to put jitter back on, up the spacing. Nope, too much jitter. Far too much jitter. Oh, and that's also the erase. Nope. It's more spacing. More spacing. Okay, good, but let's get rid of multiply. Let's just do normal color. Oh, they got flipped by some reason. Okay. Bit. God, we have so much spacing already, but do this. Is it a perfect tentacle? No, but it's actually rather good. So with that, we're going to make a duplicate of this layer. Actually, looks pretty good, but anyway. Duplicate of this layer, and what we're going to do, we're going to reduce this layer to content. Right, I forgot those are there. We're going to reduce this layer to this space. Selection, there we go. Select none, save, okay. And weird, this, oh no. Okay, well, I'm glad I noticed this now and not when you watch the Minecraft segment. I just noticed Minecraft is, the preloaded segment I had in the background is frozen. Not even making noise. So I can just have that preloading in the back. Let me just get that going real quick. Because mod packs do tend to take a little load time. Of course, there's an update right now. Oh well. I'll let the update go through. So, what we're going to do with this. We're first going to start with blur. Do normal Gaussian blur. Linked, yep. Oop. Yeah, thanks for popping up in my face, CurseForge. I'm sure whatever update went through is something I super had to have right now. Anyway. Oh. Okay, so that is not gonna do what we need. Yeah. Stuff I totally need anyway. So, filters. Blur. Lens blur. No, that's not doing what I was hoping. Well, like I said, a lot of art is just experimenting. And it's unfortunately wasting time, but I mean, with digital art, we're not wasting supplies, which is good. There's a circular motion. There we go. We'll do here. We'll try going over it once more with the colors we have. Oh, that was spacing. Oh, not that color. I need that one. There we go. What happened to the I didn't. Keep forgetting all the settings I had. Oh, God. The downside of using a mouse is really hard to get the curve exactly right. Alright, then we needed darker one. There we go. This one's bigger size. Not quite that big. Just doing this to help darken. Nope. It's going too weird. What happens if we do the star one? Yeah, for non-artists, this is why a lot of artist friends, viewers may have just a fuck ton of different brush types. Experimentation. Seeing what things do when you add a little bit of pizzazz. What it does to the shading and the texture of the thing. Or heck, the erasing. Ooh, jitter on that made that weird. Let's do this. Turn off the jitter for this. Oh, no. I made it too fat. There we go. Fit. Big difficulty is figuring out how long to hold a thing before breaking it up. So you have multiple steps to go back. Oh, hey, hey, Copper, welcome. Yes, I did the intentional titling of the announcements that I went stream intentionally. Have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, I am technically experimenting with tentacle designs right now. It's hard not to make that sound suggestive in this day and age. But I mean, I really want a cool looking tentacle beard of just curled up tentacles. And this is the closest I have to an actual reference of this super curly hair. And everything else has turned out like that, or what's the other one? That it? Nope. No, that's a good one. There, no. There we go, that beard, which goes with this one. I mean, it looks more like kelp, or maybe some eels than tentacles. And also that scale, it's hard to get the little suckers on there. So, yes. We're working big scale. Also, sweet, I now have Minecraft music background letting me know that the thing has relaunched after having frozen mid this. But the mod pack will be ready, at least. Yeah, I think this is pretty good for what I'm going for. I do need to get it all tightened up. Let's see. I think... No, we'll just make a duplicate of this layer. Twice. Merge one down. The darkers. And what we're going to do is the scale tool. Yep. So first, layer, cropped content. There we go. Nice and tight. Just for comparison's sake, doing this. This does still read pretty well as tentacle. I wonder if there's a term for an effect of just, like, limiting how much this is. Like, can I make these individual tentacles, like, fatter with a scale tool, or... Oh, window. Let's give it a try. I think what we're going to have to do is do it in steps. Like this. Nope, not so. There we go. I think we need to do that. Which is imperfect, but it does help the overall thing. Now this time we need to go back and do it again. But this time, selecting everything else. Select invert. No, I think what we need to do from here is then a rotate. There we go. Yes. Rotate. Then another scale, we don't have it both directions, so we do this. Okay. Now we're getting some tighter turns there. We'll fix it with kind of smudge tool. We can always go back and get the suckers back on there. Oh, wrong direction. Yeah, that is the best tentacle I've made so far. I almost said that I've done, but I'm trying very hard not to be that innuendo about it by accident. I pride myself of never unintentionally falling for a D's Nuts style joke of, they said the same thing. No. If I say it, it's always intentional. But, some things like this might be a little hard to avoid. Okay, we got tight curve on the spiral of here. I do have some things I need to erase from outside it, though. Right there and right there, okay. Another invert, erase. Big size, there we go. Alrighty. And we are making progress. Now to do the full face thing, I think I'll have to go add it in layers or replicate these a lot. We're going to start with the replicate a lot just to see how it turns out. Okay, select none. Drops down, perfect. Oh wait, I also absolutely need a fake face. Here, we're just going to start with that. Let's get... because I am kind of happy with this face, how this one turned out. Definitely not what I'm going to use final style, but it will certainly help. Oh wow, that's a whole layer. Okay, we need to fix that first. Content, select none. Okay, now we can scale him up. Oh. Correct, scale him up. Okay, that's not going to be final size. We need to make a separate layer group just to help keep this insanity contained. There you go. Just, we'll call this pattern, because we are just kind of repeating the exact same beard curl. Though not at that scale. I think it's going to actually be closer to that, yeah. Let's get that, make its own layer. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to duplicate layer, move, and do this a bunch. Then we'll go back in a bit, and we'll like flip some, we'll rotate others. The point is to get this kind of like beard effect. And okay, there we go. Start duplicating from the bottom of the stack just so it stays behind everything. I think this lower layer we're actually also gonna space out a bit more, make it feel like a fuller beard, I suppose. Doing there because then we have to come back. And then actually, get this one top. We're just kind of duplicating these top three. We're going to make these three all smaller to recreate a mustache side of the beard. Okay, though to start with, I'm going to have to make yet another layer group just so I can size them all at the same time. Alright, before that, we need to make this layer flip. Transform here. Oh, nope, that's image. Here it is. Transform. Flip horizontally. And then this one we're going to make a little smaller. Just a little bit. more so than the others. Call this Ruth, mustache. Okay, so now that they're grouped, we can... Oh, shoot. Grabbed the wrong one for one of them. There we go. That's the one that's the wrong one. Okay, double check. Okay, perfect. Now we can do it correctly. I think that's not bad for an upper lip, but after scaling down there, we're also going to make it a little shorter. There we go. All right, it's really starting to come together now. There's layer. I do wish there was a letter combo command. I could just have it flip horizontally, but no. The only other way would be to go to the flip tool specifically. Anyway, that one we'll leave as is. Yeah, we'll make that a horizontal flip too, but we're also going to rotate it. Like so. And bring it below this one, which we resize. Oh, wrong layer. Where is it? There we go. That's what we're resizing. Oh, accidentally hit rotate, but oh well. Well, rotate's good too. And then after we get these all kind of sorted, also reordered. I believe like that. Scale out, maybe poof out a bit more like this, but also thinner. And yeah, I think this might actually be it. This might be how I do it, because let's see, the actual token I put on Roll20 to be about this scale. That actually looks fine. You don't see any of the little like blurs and weird dots and artifacting at that scale. So ladies and gents, I finally solved this problem of mine. I also need to get better quality head, but that is something for another stream. Let's see. There we go. That's what I need. Need to Uno flip my shit. We're also going to rotate like that so it blends in a bit more behind this one. Especially, bring it out like this. Where's the... there it is. Similar thing, rotate that like that so it hides each other. Then, there we go. This one we're going to make bigger than the others. First at scale. Then another rotate, because again, get these to overlap. Just so, hide the worst of the sins, as my art teacher once said. Now, actually, in response to that, we should also stretch this one. Where is it? Yes. Oh, accidentally rotate. Not something that could happen in traditional art whatsoever. I accidentally rotated my entire canvas and lost so much work. It's like, but how though? How did you accidentally do anything with a physical paintbrush? It's like, who's to say? Oh. Wait, did I? Oh, Lord, I somehow... Is there a button thing? Because I already had this saved as a document, but I... Oh. Somewhere along the way, I pressed a button that somehow duplicated the step I was in the document into a second one. So I need to fix that, or it's going to fuck up my entire week. Save as... Oh, good, it's in the same folder. Perfect. Yes, I want to overwrite that. Oh, good. Whew. Yeah, that really would have fucked up some of the files I've done. Also, sorry, Copper. I once again got over into the art and also the joke going in. How are you doing this fine Sunday? I think you're in a similar enough time zone for me to still be Sunday. As you can see, I am more than a little frantic, but I am making it work as best I can. Let's see. Actually, should I? No, I should flip this one vertically. Yeah. Just for more variety there. Yeah, I hope you are doing just fine. But with everything going on in the world today, it is certainly not a great time for everyone. Top layer. I will certainly be a little better getting into Minecraft. I'm mostly just glad I made some fucking headway on this. As I've gone through like 3 or 4 variations on trying to draw a tentacle that felt right to me, and we've done it. I'm glad. Joyous day. I only wish this day had come, weeks ago. But such is the way of art creation. Okay. Here, color. Let's see, I think for in that. Let's see, where's the palette? Not that one, not that one. There we go, there's our palette. Fix these colors. Okay. See, I think the back color should be this. And what we're gonna do, go to brush, go to a hard brush. Actually, no. Do a soft brush, but we need to reduce the spacing back to normal. Also, here we're going to turn off pressure size. There we go. Oh, because it's on 50% opacity. Okay. Go, and then we'll go around with a fuzzier one. Nope. Well, now that I've got something in there, what we're going to do is we will take all that. Let's see, grow by 3. Yeah, that's good. Make it some feathering. 5. There we go. No, that's too much. Just using the smudge, kind of feather it out a bit more manually. Give it more of a beard feel. Like the absolute Santa Claus of... Fuck, I had the term for the, like, family of animals that squids and octopi fall under, but I lost it. Cephalopods? Is that it, or am I remembering something else? I might be remembering something else. Anyway, the Santa of the squid faces. Let's see, I think this back beard should actually be... No, we'll keep it mostly solid. Maybe I should manually change the color. First, bump up the lightness so we can see the chroma better. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Then we just go through with one of these kind of textury brushes. Excuse me. That way we can add a couple on some opacity on that. Just a couple darker spots. That'll give some depth to it. And there we go. It's not looking bad. Like I said, it's one of the better ones we have done. Whether that's just because I did these colors or not, something to determine another day. Though, can I actually affect that today? Let's see, I can't remember. Can I view chroma a layer group? I cannot. Good to know, good to know. So we'll have to do these manually. Okay. Humboldt lids are... That's right, they're paler reds, not quite pink. More like a gray tinged with pink. So... wait. There's another trick to doing something like this. No, not there. Is it tools? Auto... Channel mixer, that was it. Okay, blue channel. Just makes it green. Now scrolling it doesn't help either. Not quite getting the effect I want. It's just too bright. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to go to... Oh, I'm the wrong thing. Colors, Uchroma. You do it like this. Okay, as soon as I figure out the amounts to do it in here, I can more easily replicate it. Oh, wait, that one's supposed to be a negative. There we go. So, hue 50, chroma minus 15, lightness 7. That actually looks really good. That mostly even fits here. How does it do with the background color for the beard, though? That's the important thing. 50 minus 15, 7. That is almost ideal. I think we need to tweak it a little bit more. Beard, yes. More, sorry, even less chroma now. Alright, now it's just going through all these and doing the exact same, which is tedious but not impossible. Alright, Uchroma. 50, it's 15, 7. Oh boy. Apologies for this absolutely riveting content, everybody. We are so close to having something I will remain happy with for a good while. Oh, typed that in wrong. There we go. All right. Headway, it's our day. Everything looking Sway? I don't know. Random rhymes are random. Okay. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. Then we can take a short break before jumping into the Minecraft underwater ruin delving. I have no idea what will be in this building. It looks kind of Grecian inspired, like big pillars on the outside, that kind of stuff. But with all the mods I have added, for all we know, there's a sprawling underwater dungeon to look at. And in fact, I'm kind of hoping there is. It'd be a really fun start to the stream. Gives something to really look forward to. Okay, on the last few, on the home stretch. Last one. 7. There we go. I think there's only one other change we can really make, and that's just the whole thing kind of over. There we go. All right. And to contrast it, let's see, where did I make it? It should be in here. For one of the NPCs, here we go. For one of the NPCs, because I made my players, required all of them, you need to make one NPC friend for after you guys are set adrift, traveling with these other refugees, and one of them saw the kind of stats I had for the Unbolt Illithid. It's like, oh, I want one of them as my friend, and they're going to be my fucking junkie friend. Hovering. And this is actually an edited race from Treadlow City, that's right. Treadlow City on Tumblr. Some people know them for the Valiant Isaac comics. It's actually part of a commission ad from them. Just a one-panel thing where this technically faced dude is getting taken away by Val. Rest of them is pretty much supposed to be a counter to this. Like, man, I've seen some hentai videos start like this. Whenever a tentacle shows up on screen or something, it's always the reaction image people have got. I wanted a counter to that. It's like, nope, go directly to jail. Those kids are fucking underage type image, and it's nice having some extra use out of it. Now they do typically work in solid colors, no little patterns like this. So I added this just to help add to the junky feel that this NPC is supposed to have. They're not the healthiest. They've got mottled skin or rash or something. They're sweating. They're going through withdrawal. And now some spider webs just because I wanted a little bit something extra in the background rather than just a solid color. I thought some spider webs kind of helped. As a visual metaphor for it, they're still going through something. They still feel trapped by something, even though they're free of the elder brains that regular illithids are known for following at least. But yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I think that player is gonna enjoy what I have for them, having this NPC as their main contact. Just absolutely going through it. But with that, we are at 4 o'clock. Let's go over to the BRB screen and get a timer put up. We will then come back after a few minutes and hop right into Minecraft after a minor screen adjustment. Okay, timer, yeah. Right. 7 minutes, get some snackies, use the restroom, whatever you need. I'll see you back in a few.